Hi everyone, welcome to Hilltop View Journals. I am so pleased today to be joining the group of collaborators for this amazing Summer Simples, hashtag Crafty Summer Simples collaboration put together by Rachel and Bella Crafts and Angela Kerr. And here is the schedule. Guys, you can download this from Rachel's Ko-fi page and the links will be in my description. I've made an ideas book that I'll be stuffing full of some of the fun things that I'm going to be making for you guys today. And there is a tutorial on my channel if you want to go and have a look. And just to give you a flavour, we are going to be using clothes tags and the kit and a little bit of mixed media just to have some fun and use these clothes tags to the best that they can offer us. And also, just in case you haven't already seen it, Rachel has included this really helpful cheat sheet or a tips sheet on what you need to think about when you're putting a journal together. And as I said, I'm crafting along with the amazing Angela Kerr today, so please do go and have a look what Angela does as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and have a look at our clothes tags fun. So I have this absolute treasure trove, I've empty all those, of packaging and clothes tags and labels that I've collected, and that people have actually given me. Honestly, I haven't been buying that much clothes lately. I've got tons in here. Look at all that gorgeous junk to transform into some ephemera for our junk journals for this collaboration. So I've got a couple of ideas. So I'm going to tidy all these up and I'm going to just run through some really quick and easy ideas to get your flow going, and in no time at all you are going to be mass making and being totally in a crafting zone. The reason why I've chosen clothes tags as the main element for this video is because they're so restrictive and a lot of decisions have been made for you. The thickness, the size, the type of paper, everything to do with it, you're limited really in what you can do. But you can put things together and you can really do a lovely spin on them. But I just love the restriction. I don't have to think about all the things. I can just grab a couple of bits of card, stick them together, see that the shapes look all right, and then make something out of them. When you get your tags, you may have these labels on them and you can remove those quite easily with a heat tool. So I'll do that for this one now. And be careful when you're using a heat tool on a crafting mat, like these self-healing ones, because if you get any heat on them, then it warps them and they're absolutely useless. All right, so what I'm going to do is, this is going to be my front, this is going to be my back, and this is going to be my middle. And the way I'm going to do this is use these like that. So I am just going to cover this one first. And I'll just use glue stick, I think. Yes, I do find it easier to look at these when they're all cut up. And then what you can do is see if I got my corner punch here, whether I can actually get it in there. Yep, I can. And what you can do then is use whatever stamps you've got. So I've got some really cheap stamps here. You can pick these up anywhere. I think I picked these up on Temu. Look here and what these look like. So that is forest moss, and I quite like that. And this is pine needles. They're both quite nice, actually. I think I'll go with the forest moss and go with the more subtle look. Like that. And then we're going to attach them together. And there's a couple of ways to do this, but I'm going to go for a really easy way. And I've got an eyelet there. And then find a little bit of trim, or you could use something like this, which is hemp. I really like this, and I think actually the yellow I think would look really nice, so maybe I'll use that. I'll keep my camera running, and I may upload some of the footage to Instagram, so that you can have a look at different ideas. And yeah, let's crack on and see what these look like. Anyway, so that's the first idea. It's very simple. 3 layers of cardstock, no frills, just similar, so that you can have some uniformity when you use them in your junk journals. Now on to idea number 2. Okay, so the other idea I've got, and particularly when you are feeling less than creative, or you just don't want to be at your craft desks, and I think we all get days like that, I think. Nothing comes to mind, and I think sometimes the worst thing you can do is sit there and watch loads of amazing YouTube tutorials hoping to get inspired, but you just start to feel even more guilty because you know you've got loads of supplies and ephemera and everything upstairs or in your craft room, and you're just not getting up and doing anything. So what I like to do when I'm like that is I like to craft on my lap, and I limit myself to a small box of supplies, do things like make clusters and tiny collages, and just basically stick in bits of fabric and paper to each other. And then when I feel in the mood, I'll go along to my sewing machine, and then I'll just whiz them and just make a few things. And after a while you think, oh, that looks pretty, and you might add it to a page, or it might inspire you to do something else, or you just start collecting your lap crafting and get to use it when you really do feel in the mood. So this is exactly what I did last night, because I was feeling particularly tired, and I made these. And the idea I've got for these is using the colour of the labels as the background, and the inspiration then on what to do with it. So that goes like that there. So there's just a few ideas there, and I did these last night whilst the TV was on my lap, and then I came upstairs and then I just did a little bit of sewing. So as you can see in this one, I could cut this and use it as 2 little dangles, but I'm going to use that as some kind of hidden paper clip, and we can make that now. But as you can see on all of these, I've used minimum supplies. So I've used a bit of packaging paper, a little bit of music paper, a bit of tea dyed grid paper from my journal, tiny bit of fabric, and then I've used these little images. And what I did was I printed from Rachel's kit, I printed this page two to a page, so then it shrunk them down. It made it a bit more manageable. And I've added a little bit of gold bling because life wouldn't be the same without any bling. This one is this Cotswold, it's like a sleeve that went over a gift card last Christmas. So I've kept that and I've just turned it around, sewn the edges, put a notch in the top, and I've made a pocket there. Okay, so that's just that, and I've just put a simple cluster on there, and I plan to stick that on the page. Now, if you haven't got any interesting colours, then the next best thing is to paint the background. So I thought that's what I'll do with these two. And then we'll follow the same formula as what I used for the tags I've just shown you. And we'll just make some simple tags. So I'm using, this is Americano acrylic paint. I purchased this on Amazon. So I'm gonna, oh, got a bit too much there. Okay, that's dry. Right, I'll do some mark making on this a bit later. So again, I've got the same paint there, and it's coral blush, and this one is Indian turquoise. I love that colour. Love, love, love. So I've got Kitsch Flamingo Oxide Spray, Picked Raspberry Oxide Spray, and I've got some Picked Raspberry Distress Stain. So let's give this a go and see how it turns out. Ooh. So that brings it to life a bit, doesn't it? Let's see if this one does. Ooh, I like that. Yes, let me just dry that off. Okay, so you can see here now, you've got quite a nice amount of texture and oxidization, which I think is just so lush. And let's chuck a little bit of this spray stain on it. Let's go down here. Okay, and give that a little dry. Okay, I'm gonna take some of that up, let that dry for a second, and then I'm just gonna, while I'm here, is make a mess on this paper. And again, I'll use this for some mark making a bit later. Let that dry. Okay, so there's my bases, and let's have a look at what pictures we got here. So that's got some nice pink in there. These pictures are maybe a little bit too big. We'll have a look. That's got some nice pink. That's got some lovely pink in there. And I got a doily, got some embossed vellum, so that might be really nice. So let's see what we can do with the embossed vellum. That's nice there, I think. It goes nice like that. And let's maybe have some music paper. Maybe do something like, there we go. I'm going to ink around these. No, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount these on card. So when it sits on there, it just brings it to life a little bit. Okay, I'm going to let those dry a bit and then take them to my machine. But while that's drying, let's make a hidden paper clip for this. And I haven't really got a plan for this. All I was going to do was find a large paper clip, chuck it on, and put it in there. That's what the plan was. I think maybe I'll have a larger piece. Okay, to finish these off, I have decided just to add a little bit of trim to it. So with this one, I'm going to glue some of this on. There we go. So there's that one, and there's that one. And then to finish these off, I just need to pop some holders. I think it's only on a couple, so I'm going to do something very, very simple. Let's have a look now. What colour do I want? Yellow, I think. You could absolutely go to town with these. Okay. So we've got, let's take this messy mat away so you can see them a bit clearly. Got a very shocking pink one there, and I definitely think some dangles there would work really well. A bit more of a subtle one, and we've got that one which you can use as a journaling spot on the back. Got this nice pretty blue one, just a double tag. And at the moment that one is going into this little tuck spot there, which I can glue on the page. And we've got that nice green one there. We've got this very nice rusticy looking one. And we've got a pocket here. And perhaps that rusty one can in there like that. And let's not forget our belly band. I shall go and find some spaces in my journal and pop back on and show you what it looks like. And what I'm going to do now is have a little play. I haven't got a plan, but what I did last night was I made some watercolour doodles and some pen doodles here. On these ones I just went kind of messily, went round where the pattern is on the paper. These are just really, really simple little flowers. This is a simple flower. And then here I've just used a white pen and a black pen and just done some really simple doodles. Here's some more music paper, and that's on book pages as well. I really like how they've turned out. And it's just dropping dots on there. And there's some more. and you can hardly see that one, but I suppose if I added a little bit of white to it, you could probably see it a lot better. I've got a pen on me now, a white pen. Oh, hang on, I got this. Tipp-Ex. Let's see if I can get some of this out without making a mess. Okay, so I'm going to have a little play now. Try and add these to some of the tags, and I'll speed it up so you don't get too bored. So I'm going to attempt to do a window in this one. Now, I'm not very good with windows, but I'm going to give it a go because that's what I fancy doing. And I've let it dry for a while, and I'm just going to cut inside the guides that I've made there to make sure that this piece is bigger than the window. Yes, if you're bored watching TV like I do, like I get with my husband, you can do some watercolour doodles. Okay, and let's see, would that work? I have got these little birds here, but they're going to be too big, I think. Oh, no, that fits. Go on then. Let's put that on there. See. I quite like that, actually. So you can see from the clips just before this part of the video is I was having a little bit of fun with some paint and distress sprays, distress oxides, etc. And what I've done is then I've created a couple more of those windows because I just adore them. They're just so much fun. And I've got a couple of more pieces just to finish off here. So I'm remember we painted that, so that's all nice and dry now. So I'm going to glue that in place. And I had this left over, so I'm just going to make a little cluster like that. And here I've got another little cluster I want to make, and then I'm going to show you my final idea, which I think is idea number 5, I hope. And that is to use the tags, the close tags, for collage on your pages. Rather than having them as sort of dingle-dangles and bling, is actually incorporate them into your page. So let's glue these down. I'm not quite sure where I want that, and I think I'm going to wait to stick it down when I see how my collage turns out. So far we've got that one, because what I'm thinking is I might put a sentiment or something there, so we'll see how that goes. So we've got this nice little pretty one there, and we've got that one, and we've got that one, and we've got that one. And you could always make these into a tag as well if you wanted that look, which again is an option that I might think of when I go and do my collaging. So I'll grab my collaging papers and meet you back here in just a tick. So I got a selection of papers, and I'm just going to go ahead now and have a play and see what collage I can come up with. There we are. I think that's glued down, so hopefully you can see that. And I think I'll have another play. So I'm going to wrap up this tutorial now. I really hope you've enjoyed today's fun, and I've just given you just a couple of really easy ideas on how to make the most of close tags. I'm sure all of us have got some hidden stashed away somewhere. And just a reminder of the schedule you have today. I'm up with Angela Kerr. You can download the schedule from Rachel Bella Craft's Ko-fi page, and there's a full 21 days of double trouble with all the amazing collaborators. And also don't forget, Rachel has a cheat sheet, a nice lovely tips sheet. I've made this into a pocket just to hold some of the ephemera that I need to cut out, and I'll pop some photos of what I've made in the credits, and also I will put a link to how I made this ideas book to the tutorial on my channel. So I really hope you've enjoyed, guys. Please like and consider leaving a comment if you've got any ideas on how you like to use your close tags. And also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.